everybody. Happy Thursday and welcome back to Grammar with Mrs. Durham. Today is Thursday, December 17th. Like I said, we're focusing on grammar this week and we're going to be looking at pages 53 and 55. That's a worksheet that's front and back. It has today's date on it, so that should be awesome. But also, you should have two stockings and this cool paper like this that we're going to be doing today too, which I'm so excited about because I love Christmas and the holiday season, and I'm so excited for you guys to get to do kind of like a fun craft today with grammar. So I'm going to try to keep my video somewhat short, that way you can have time to work on this, but thanks for joining in. So this week we're talking about verbs. Do you remember what a verb is? What is a verb? Can I touch a verb? No. Is a verb something that I do? Yeah, a verb is something that I do. So like when I want to clap, that is a verb. When I want to jump, that is a verb. When I want to wave, that is a verb. Something that I'm doing is a verb. So I'm going to play like a little game. I'm going to give you a verb and I want you to see if you can act it out, okay? See if you can act this verb out. Okay, ready? Jumping. Can you jump? Jump, jump, jump. All right, good. Can you tap? Where you're at, could you tap? Like tap the table, you could tap your arm. Can you tap? That's a verb. Can you smile? Smile is a verb because you are doing it, right? Can you move your arms like a wave? Yeah, move. This is how you can move, right? Let's see. Can you clap? That is a verb too. Let's see. What's another good verb? Can you, this is kind of a silly one. Can you nap? You're doing something. Can you nap? That's a verb. Can you write? Can you write something? That's doing something. That's a verb. And, okay, give me an example. Tell me an example. What's a verb? Okay, act it out. I want you to act it out. Act out the verb that you came up with. That is so fun. I just love verbs because verbs are all around us. We are always doing something. I am talking right now to you guys. I'm moving my hands. I'm smiling. All of those are verbs, right? You are listening. That's a verb. That's something that you're doing. So verbs are all around us. Verbs are things that we do. So I'm going to jump over to the smartboard real quick because we are going to do our paper first, talk about verbs. We're going to talk about commas with verbs, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up with the stockings for the end of the day. So let's go over to the smartboard. And here we are. It looks just like this. This is the paper that you have too. This is page 53, and it does say Thursday at the top. So go ahead and get this out and write your name on the top. And it wants us to. When you write three verbs in a list, okay, so when we're talking about three things that we're doing, because a verb is something that we do, we have to put a comma or like a little baby dash mark after the first two things that we do, after the first two verbs. So for example, I hop, skip, and run. Look how they have a little comma, comma. I hop, skip, and run. Did you know that a comma is like you pause when you have a comma? I don't say I hop, skip, and run. I don't pause for that long. But when I'm speaking, I just make a little pause. I hop, skip, and run. Do you notice how I just kind of like paused? Those commas help us pause, those little baby little dash marks. So between the first two verbs, 1, 2, right after them, we put a comma to help us pause, and because it's correct grammar, it helps us say, because we don't want to say, I hop, skip, and run. What's a hop, skip? That would be it'd be like one word altogether, kind of. So we put our commas to help us say, I hop, skip, and run. They're all separate things that we can do. So we are going to circle the commas in the sentences, and why I like this is because we're still looking at verbs, but now we're also adding commas with it. So I will mix, bake, and sell this cake. I love that sentence. I don't know why. I will mix, bake, and sell this cake. You guys know I love cake and pies and all things sweet and yummy, but I just like how this sentence rhymes. I will mix, bake, and sell this cake. I will mix, bake, and sell this cake. I just love it. So let's circle the commas, okay? Because we don't say I will mix, bake. I said I will mix, bake, and sell this cake. It separates our ideas. So we're going to circle the comma, that little baby comma. And we're going to circle that little baby comma because it separates the verbs or the things that we're doing. I will mix, bake, and sell this cake. You're going to be singing that for the rest of the afternoon like me. Number 2, my dog sits, runs, and naps. Where are the commas at? Can you circle the commas? Right there and right there. Good. The last one, you circle the commas, okay? Kate runs, hops, and skips to win the race. Go ahead and circle them. And now the second part says put commas in the sentence where they belong. So now we have to make them. Okay, so a comma is just like it's like a little dash. It's kind of a backwards C, but just really like, doop. It's just really tiny. So my cat licks, naps, and plays all day. Is a lick nap a thing? I don't think so. My cat licks, that's one thing. Naps, that's another thing that the cat does. And plays all day. My cat licks, naps, and plays all day. My commas are a little bit chunky because I have like the bigger marker on. So try not to make yours in between the two words. Try to make them just like small at the bottom. This one says, it is fun to run, catch, and pitch in the game. It is fun to run, catch. What are my verbs? What are things I can do? Run, so we're going to put a comma after it. I can run, catch, and pitch in the game. That's where our commas go. They help separate our things that we're doing. Okay, go ahead and pause me now if you need to look at this, but then we're going to jump to the back side and we're going to do that together. It looks like this. We are going to circle the verbs and the commas in the sentences. Because some of them don't have commas, because some of them don't have more than one verb. Some of them just have one verb. We walk to school. Is there more than one verb? There isn't. What's my one verb? Walk. Yep, walk is something that we can do. Can we do school? We can work at school, but we walk. That's something we can do. So we're going to circle walk because that's a verb. But we don't have to circle any commas because there are no commas. Number 2, the duck quacks, swims, and naps. I see lots of things that duck is doing. Yep. So we're going to circle quacks, swims, and naps because that's what the duck does. But I'm also going to circle the commas because they help separate our ideas. So you're going to actually have 5 circles on that one. Okay? The duck quacks, swims, and naps. And then we're circling the commas. Okay, the next 3 I'm just going to read. I want you to circle. Jake plays with his cat. I only see one verb. She skips, runs, and hops. Ben waves to Chan. Okay, so go ahead and circle the verbs and circle the commas. Remember, verbs are things that you do. Now the bottom says write 2 sentences about what you do at school and then circle the verb. So you get to choose your own sentences down here about what do you do at school? What are things that we do at school? And it has to be things that you can do. It's not things that are nouns, what is at school. It's things, what do you do at school? Can you make 2 sentences? And then circle your idea. What are you doing at school? Okay? So pause me now while you finish this, and then when you unpause me, I will meet you back at the other board with the stockings to finish out grammar for the day. Okay, good job with these verbs, guys. How did your own examples go? Can you tell me one of your examples? What is one of the sentences that you wrote? That's a great idea. Yeah, very good job, you guys. I'm very proud of you. Okay, so now we have your 2 stockings. I know that this was kind of a lot of paper, but I didn't want the glue to like get wet on both sides. So we made it just one-sided. So we have verbs. There's the word verbs. It starts with a V because it says verbs. And we have nouns, nouns. And then you have this cool paper full of all sorts of different things. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut and glue. You're going to sort out which ones are verbs or things that we do, and which ones are nouns, which ones are things that are person, place, or thing, or things that we can touch, okay? So let's look at our objects and see what we're going to cut out and see what we're going to sort, okay? We have school, drive, snow globe, sleep, bunny, swim, dance, store, kick, Santa, toys, sleigh, school, drive, snow globe, sleep, bunny, swim, dance, store. You know what I just realized? I realized that this page can be cut in half. So you know what? You can actually cut it in half because you don't need both sides of this. So you can cut it right off there. This bottom half can be, maybe you want to play like a memory game and you want to match them before you glue them down. You can do that if you want to. But you actually only need the top half. So these are just a repeat. Whoopsies. So we just have this top half. So what are things that you can do? Do you see anything that you can do? What's something you can do? I see this one right off the bat. Swim. I know that swimming, you have to do that. You have to swim. You have to move to swim. That's a verb. That's something that we do. Verb. Okay? So swim. Swim is a verb. How about a store? Can I do a store? Or is that a place? That's a place. So that's going to be a noun. A store is going to be a noun. So do you guys see how we're going to take these, the top half, and you're going to cut them out and decide which ones are verbs and which ones are nouns, and you will glue them on your stocking, and then you can color them. Maybe you want to color them before you glue, because otherwise then your glue makes your paper wet. So maybe you want to color them before you glue them. But that is our verb and noun sort. So that is all I have for you guys today. I'm going to end the video now so that way you can get to coloring, cutting, and gluing. And then I will see you guys later for some more grammar. I hope that you had a good time doing this, and thanks for doing grammar with me today. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye!